and capitalize on hitting those needles, getting a little bit extra % off afterwards. Oh boy. A little bit of a misstep there.
Ned, being the Wi-Fi warrior, is good with a lot of characters.
Spamming things?
His Marth is somewhat new to bracket. I wouldn't say it's brand new, but it's been winning events or doing really well at our weeklies.
Any notable victories with this Marth?
With this Marth? He did beat a lot of people with this Marth. I don't remember who was at that bracket, but he beat some of the better players in our region.
Gotcha. Cool, cool. Already we're seeing Big Mac is already kind of lining up to try to get a kill. This is the percentage where Sheik absolutely needs to get a kill because this is where the the setups kind of flow into each other.
Yeah, otherwise you got to get him to like 180 with an up with forward tilt.
Exactly, and then you do also have less kill options once you're at like 180, 190. The setups are a lot harder. People can jump out of throw combos. Sheik, that's why Sheik has struggled right now in this meta, just because of how the nerfs have kind of changed her playstyle, specifically when going for kill confirms.
That's a regrab. But he doesn't capitalize on it.
It was a very quick forward air off of edge.
Yeah, Marth's forward spin. Ooh, up throw.
Up throw, wow. 147. That rage, though, at 152.
Yeah, rage Marth, scary.
Absolutely. You get tippered at like 60% and you're probably dead.
Now, Marth's forward smash does hit the ledge, so if he gets another one of those regrabs, that should be a kill if he can time it and space it properly.
Big Mac has a huge hurdle to climb right here, and that's taking off this first stock. If Ned can tack on about, as I was saying before, 60-70%, that could mean huge trouble for Big Mac for the rest of this game.
And Ned seems to have made the adaptation. Big Mac did have an early lead, and Ned says, all right, I know what to do now. I know how to handle this.
Throwing off the needles in the incorrect direction. I wouldn't exactly be saying that Big Mac's been having the crispiest game of his entire career. He's had a couple button flubs, a couple things just kind of not being played correctly, I'd say.
Oh, he went for that vanish, but Marth's up B does hit the ledge. So it hit him before you could get the vanish out. Vanish would have been the stop for sure there.
Absolutely, yeah. That hitbox is big enough to definitely have taken him out. All right. Ned's so safe with his recoveries. Whether he's playing Sheik, or I'm sorry, whether he's playing Cloud or Marth, he's so good at snapping the ledge. You see a lot of sword players just kind of flub that and get punished for it. But Ned, he's very consistent with what he wants. And there you were,
like
talking
I said,
about.
If you don't get the kill when you have the conversions, you got to get him to 180, 200 with a forward tilt.
Here we are. We saw Big Mac taking about 60% at the very beginning of the game. With pretty much coming out unscathed. So let's see if he can, get to that magical like 120% before he finds his own stock faded away.
Yeah, and he's got a huge deficit right now. And Ned, again, definitely made that adaptation that he needed to.
But he's playing very patient right now. Ned's not going in unless he absolutely needs to or can punish something. And that's exactly the kind of patient play style you need to be seeing if you're playing as Marth or Lucina. Just kind of spacing him out with fairs, but oh my goodness, Big Mac almost closing out that stock pretty early off stage. That could have been it right there, considering the rage that Big Mac has at the moment.
Now I know if Big Mac's confident in his tech, Ned's been recovering low for the most part. Your Nair can clank with that up B. I'm sorry, trade with that up B. So if Big Mac can tech it, he can just cheese him with the. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. I don't know I don't know how I feel about that. Big Mac was getting a little greedy with that up B read. He definitely got punished for that tipper forward smash, and oof, he's feeling the burn on that one. Look at him, he's kind of reclined into his chair. His body position is just saying, man, I flubbed that hard. We'll see if he can come take game 2 at the very least,
Sheik counter pick. Back to FD?
Back to FD?
Big Mac was using Big Mac is known as a more aggressive Sheik.
Yeah, he
was using a lot of needles that game. Excuse me.
Especially at the very beginning. I think maybe he felt a little too comfortable after he found out that he was up in percentage, and then kind of went a little too aggro, and it kind of resulted in Big Mac just kind of keeping his cool and allowing him to take that first stock.
A lot of times you get that lead, then you lose it, and then you say, all right, I'll just do the run back, but I'll do it more defensively, so I don't lose my lead.
And then, and that's exactly what we did see from Ned. I mean, it's not that like Ned wasn't, being defensive the entire game. It's just I think it was really attributed to the fact that Mac was going for those kills, doing a lot of unsafe options, and Ned just kind of capitalized on it in that first game. All right. But already we've seen, yeah, 94%
starting with the lead.
Exactly. Once again. But this is very reminiscent of the first game. The question is, can he get the kill at this percentage? And that's what's super important right here.
Yeah, that's very important. Ned, no stranger to the Sheik matchup, so he knows at this percent, I need to play a little safer, so that way he'll be forced to get me to 200.
Right. Ooh. An off-stage position. We haven't been seeing Big Mac go for any crazy edge guards throughout this entire set, and that's something that's really important in this matchup. Is
Marth's recovery is linear. It's good, but it's also linear.
Right. You can definitely predict what's going to happen, and as a Sheik, you absolutely need to go deep, as deep as you possibly can, to try to get a fair to close out a stock.
And like I said, Nair will trade with the up B, so if you tech that, that's a free kill on the Marth.
Yeah,
if he doesn't have his jump.
Do you think Big Mac has practiced that at all against the sword characters?
I don't know how much he fights Marth and Lucina.
Definitely rare in the Midwest for sure.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of those here.
All right. Now we're seeing this 141%. It's going to get a little bit more tricky for Big Mac to kill.
Is a bouncing fish read, or smash attack read, or again forward tilt at 180.
Big Mac once again respecting him off stage, and I once again have to disagree with how safe he's playing on edge. But here we are, edge guard situation for Ned.
Oh, Ned, up throw.
Up throw barely killing. Oh my goodness.
Marth. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We saw this again, 150% pretty much, and that's what took his first stock last game.
Maybe the secret to being like the greatest Marth is just rage.
Yeah, rage.
So with that up throw at U2%.
Well, again, I mean, Big Mac is allowing him to have this rage.
That'll do it though.
But finally, yeah, getting that that read, getting that up air kill, and we're pretty much even going to stock 2. And look at that, just like that, getting those easy bait combos.
Yep, 19% when it's all fresh. So that's every time he's getting a grab, he's getting between like 16 and 19%.
Right. And that's something I have been noticing. Big Mac hasn't been dropping combos. He's just kind of been playing some unsafe things in the neutral, you know?
All right. And now just footsies everywhere.
Yeah.
Spacing.
And spacing in the neutral with these two characters is really interesting because they pretty much have the same range when it comes to aerials, you know? Big Mac has that fair.
The fair is just as slightly, barely smaller than the fair, but it's like that doesn't matter if you just time it right.
Right. That's true. And look at that pivot grab we're seeing here from Ned. Just kind of waiting for him to land and seeing what he can kind of get off of that. But Big Mac coming back. Trying to get that bouncing fish off stage, but Ned with the clutch air dodge. Ooh. I like how Ned realized that he was trying to condition him to doing another air dodge, and he just elected to wait because he knew that's what Big Mac was looking for there.
Yeah, Ned, again, he knows what's up. He's got the mind games. Right. He knows the not to get mind gamed.
Ooh. At that time, Ned probably was should have gone for the air dodge. And Big Mac, at least he's throwing something out off stage. He's throwing out that the grenade, which is better than just kind of sitting there, you know?
He just might want to risk the stage spike for Marth's up B.
Yeah, he's playing a little scared. Oh, but that up smash Thundercats, and Ned will take it 2-0 over Big Mac, advancing in bracket right now.
All right, wonderful games.
Yeah, that was well done, you know? It wasn't like nobody flubbed too hard, at least off stage. We didn't see any SDs, so there's not much more you could really ask for.
Hey, Ori, I'm going to agree with you there. I'm going to need some caffeine, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired.
I actually have some caffeine powder.